Last February, I was in the gym working out, my morning routine. As I go to pick up the weights, my phone starts going off. I look, it's my father, and I think my father never calls me at this time, so I pick it up. I answer. All he says to me is, hey son, can you please answer this on FaceTime? And the way he said it, I knew something was wrong. So I started getting worried. And so I answered FaceTime, and on the other side is my aunt holding the phone up. It's my grandpa laying on his deathbed, taking his last breath. In that moment, I realized what was going on. It's one of those moments you know it's coming, you just don't know when it's coming. Doctors declared him dead. I looked at the time, 9:23 a.m. my time, converted that to Japan time, 11:23 p.m. I got that engraved right here because life is not fair. For me to have to watch this perfect man in my eyes die through a phone call, nah, man, nah. That got me messed up. Nah, that's not right, man. That's not right. That's not how you end a life. But during my grief, I was mad. I said, God, why would you do this to me? But during my grief, I remembered, I said, man, I'm gonna try my best. I promised myself I was going to follow God's plan and not my plan. And when I tried it, I understood that his plans were always to prosper me and never to harm me. And when I finally accepted that, I learned that I never become a victim to life. A week later, our family flew to Japan to bury him. As we're cremating his body, we're in the waiting room. And people started speaking up. My dad goes on and says, man, he was the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. My mom goes on to say, man, he was the kindest, most loving man I've ever met in my life. I find the courage to speak up, and I say, I'll never forget. Every summer, my brother and I would go visit him, and he would always make us soup. But what was special about it was he would always let me pick the ingredients that went in the soup. It was a special bond that we had. It's a memory that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. But the reason why I tell you this is because aside from that, my grandpa was a World War II veteran. He was a dog. But we never once mentioned that. We never talked about what he did. We only talked about who he was. Brothers and sisters, it's not about what you do as much as it is about who you are in the process of what you do.